Hello, boys and girls. We are going to be starting step 3 in our comic strip writing process. Now, it is important to know that this could take 2 or even 3 days to complete, and that is what you want. You want to be able to take your time and focus and do it in probably 30-minute chunks of time. And it's going to be fun, so make it fun. I don't want it to be stressing you out, okay? So the first thing is you notice that Mrs. Jackson gave quite a few pieces of paper, okay? This is not, you are not limited to this, and you do not have to have this completely filled out, but what you do have to have is a beginning, middle, and end to your story. And the first thing you want to know is that you take your blank papers, and you need to have this one on the outside, and you're going to fold it just like so, okay? All right, so we folded it. This is going to be our front cover. So you want to start by writing your name here and your date here. Now, this is going to take a couple days, like I said before, so just worry about writing the first date. And the first date should be April 1st, 2020. 4 for April, 1 for the 1st, and 20 for 2020. Now, I'm going to write my name because I'm the author of this one, but if your name is Orion, you're going to write your name Orion. If your name is Jonathan, you're going to write Jonathan. If your name is Abigail, you're going to write Abigail. If your name is Itziel, you're going to write Itziel. But since my name is Mrs. Jackson, I'm going to write my name, Mrs. Jackson. Now, if I bring back up my part 2, my step 2, my details, my extra details right here, and my answers to my questions right here, this is going to help me with my title. So I know that my characters are learning all about the days of the week. So my title is going to go with that, and I'm going to label it Gerald Learns the Days of the Week. So, Gerald learns the days of the week. Okay, so there's my title. Gerald learns the days of the week. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put an exclamation point because I'm excited about that. That's a skill for him that he's learning. And you also might want to draw maybe a little photo or a little picture of your characters, because most of the time on the stories, on books, they have the character. Just like in Pigs Make Me Sneeze, you see Gerald right here on the cover. So I'm going to draw a picture of Gerald. Give him a smile. There's his ear, his other ear, rest of his head, and his glasses. Okay, so there's my Gerald. And I'm going to go ahead and move that a little bit to the side. Now I'm going to open up my book. I'm going to start right here with my opening, which I told you and I thought about it in my thinking, my details, is I'm going to be asking about the days of the week. So I'm going to ask Gerald and Piggy about the days of the week. I'm going to draw that, and when I come back, I'm going to show you and model how to do the speech bubble. Okay, I'm back. And again, I'm going to practice and model showing you guys how to do a speech bubble. So here's Mrs. Jackson's mouth, and I have a nice big space right here to write my speech bubble. What are the days of the week? Oh, actually, I think I'm going to add my characters' names. I'm going to say Gerald and Piggy. What are the days of the week? Gerald, Piggy, comma, what are days of the week? And again, you can see that I have my capital for Gerald because he's the beginning of my sentence. I also have my capital for Piggy because we always capitalize our names. So even if your name is Noah, you're going to capitalize your N. If your name is Gunner, you're going to capitalize your G. If your name is Micah, you're going to capitalize your M. So because Piggy is Piggy's name, I capitalize the P. Gerald, Piggy, what are the days of the week? And at the end of my sentence, I need a question mark because that is a question. Now that I have all my words written, I can do my circle so that I know all of my words fit. And then I want to make sure my speech bubble goes to the character. Okay. Gerald, Piggy, what are the days of the week? Now I'm going to go ahead and give Gerald his question marks. Okay. I'm going to pause the video and come back with a couple more of my comic strip-like pages. Okay, I'm back and I have done a couple more pages of my comic book and comic strip. So I wanted to share that with you. So you guys already know about this one. And then here's Mrs. Jackson saying it starts with Sunday. And if I go back over here to my thinking, my extra details, you can see that right here it says giving a hint. Okay, so that's me following my own thoughts. Right, and then right here it says, I know. So you can tell that Piggy knows. And you can tell by Gerald's face that he's saying, oh, I don't know. Okay, so I started that, and you can tell that Gerald's going to start to overreact, and that Piggy knows. So I'm following my own plan. Here we go. I drew Piggy. She's kind of twirling around. She's doing a somersault. And it says Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then you see Gerald. Oh, I don't know any. Now, I made big exclamation points and I capitalized all of my words because Gerald is shouting. We don't normally capitalize all of our letters. You guys know that when we're writing. But for Gerald, for this page, he's screaming really loud, so I chose to write my letters that way. What if I never learned the days of the week? You can see that these little stars right here and Piggy's eyeballs. It looks like she's starting to get a headache from him screaming. But Gerald, you see Mrs. Jackson, and poor Gerald, he's starting to cry. Sniff. Yes, Mrs. Jackson? You can learn the days of the week. Start with a deep breath. So that's where I'm at right now. This project is supposed to take a couple days, so don't worry don't worry that you have to have the whole thing done all at once. I want you to really take your time and go through your thought process and build it up and draw it. And I really don't want to limit you or tell you how many pages you have to have or you don't. I don't want to give you that. I want you to be able to make it so that you have a beginning of your story, a middle of your story, and an end of your story. I really want you to focus on that. And this is going to be something that you can come back to and show your parents, your brothers, your sisters, your friends. Mrs. Jackson can't wait to read your comics. So again, don't worry. Don't be afraid that you have to do it all in one day. You can clearly see that Mrs. Jackson has a good start. And now I'm going to take a pause. And I'm going to come back to it tomorrow with fresh eyes. I love you, boys and girls. Have fun with this.